AI Tinkerers Barcelona. I'm here with Daniel Goudsmit, Business Development Lead of Hypoport. Daniel, welcome to Barcelona. Welcome to our Structured Finance Hackathon for the third time.
Yeah, third time.
We're doing something right.
Yeah, no, I think it's really an event that drives sort of inspiration. The first time was 2 years ago that I visited spontaneously, and I think that really gave me the sort of feeling that AI is coming and really into the structured finance sphere as well. When you saw what was possible with a prospectus, maybe doing automating things, so really inspirational, and that's why we keep coming back.
Glad to hear that. Thank you very much for taking part in our panel. That was very, very informative. I think a lot of people learned a lot of things from that. I do have a few questions of my own, if that's okay. We can do like a quick fire round. Following on from our panel session. So if the industry could standardize only one thing over the next 5 years, loan types, servicing data, covenant reporting, prospectuses, or something else, which standardization effort would unlock the best potential in AI adoption?
Yeah, I think what AI needs is sort of structured input. So I think it's really useful to have standard documentation, not just for AIs, also for humans actually. In the Dutch market, I think RMBS transactions actually went that way more than 10 years ago, maybe even 15 years ago with the DSA standard, the Dutch Securitization Association's standard. And it's really helpful as an analyst to use that sort of standard set of documentation. Well, you can imagine that AI also benefits from a sort of standard framework to look at, and it just makes it a lot easier for everybody. So I would encourage the whole world to use a standard documentation set, although that might be a little bit too
That would be
ambitious.
nice. Yeah, I'm not sure it's going to happen anytime soon.
No.
Watch this space, I guess. So following on from that, structured finance is still a highly fragmented space across data, documentation, workflows. Where do you think platformization is actually realistic today, and where would the industry always resist standardization?
I think the standardization and making things more efficient is possible across the whole, let's say, securitization chain. And I think everybody in the sector, it's always interesting to discuss these things in a room full of people who also benefit from having all these complicated processes. I think with the goal in mind of financing the real economy, so homeowners, borrowers, businesses and large corporates, I think if you want to truly benefit your clients and the economy, you have to look at it, zoom out, look past your own role and see how can we make things as efficient as possible. And that does change things. I think AI can make things much more efficient, but you will always have a lawyer, you will always have a rating agent, you will always have a trust or a corporate service provider, I should say, for managing an SPV. But how they do it, how efficiently they do it, I think that will change in the next year. So everybody has to adopt and get sort of better at the new way of working, to stay in the market, I think.
Yeah, easier said than done. But I would agree with that. Do you see AI becoming a layer on top of structured finance infrastructure, or do you think it will fundamentally reshape how platforms themselves are designed and operated?
Yeah, I think it will be on top, because I think banking, let's say financial markets, it's built on trust. It's a social system, sort of. It's a social infrastructure, and AI won't replace that. I think it will help all the different actors in the market to do their work better in a more efficient way, and hopefully without any crashes or, let's say, very big lessons in the next years. I think structured finance will do well in adopting it, because the approach will be sort of slow and steady. I think regulation will lag sort of the market, so AI will be here, and then at a certain point banking will catch up. And I think that also has one advantage for Europe. Maybe we have a European infrastructure for AI once the banking sector is ready to really adopt it in a big way. So I'm quite positive on making baby steps to something big in the end.
Okay. Daniel Goudsmit, thank you very much.
Alex, thank you.